segment 4, last call. Now, I know usually we do a best of Danny Vegas on segment 4, but not today. Because, oh, doctor, hang a star on this one, baby, because we have Ruth Furman from Image Words on the show. Ruth, welcome to the show.
Thank you, DV.
It's taken me forever, but I'm like one of them Canadian Mountie cats. I always get my lady or man or whatever. What's that say? What did Dougley do, right? We always get our man. Well, we finally got Ruth Furman on the show. You know how big deal this is, Ruth?
Huge.
It's big. The fact that you are on this show, Image Words, and why I've been wanting to get you on the show, because first of all, let's tell everybody, like I said, I need to give you a little bit of time to tell what you do. Ruth is in Las Vegas. When it comes to public relations, it's Ruth Furman. It's kind of if you looked it up in the dictionary, her picture would be there. That's how huge having her on the show is. So Ruth, give us a couple minutes of what you do and in what company and all that.
Image Words Communications.
That's right.
Full service, public relations, community engagement firm.
That's right.
That's what I do.
That's right. You basically, public relations, community engagement, getting that brand into the flow of stuff, just instead of letting, you, like Danny Vegas, you give brands a heartbeat.
I like it.
You like that, right? And that's so cool. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on this show for so long is especially small businesses. And I know you really, man, when it comes to that nonprofit stuff, you are the one, okay? But I think that one of the biggest problems small businesses have is they think PR is a big man's game. Public relations, that's for the big guys. I'm a small company. But that's absolutely wrong. And tell us why.
It really is. I mean, everyone should market themselves. Everyone should do digital PR as well as editorial media relations, because it's a great way to put yourself in the spotlight. I like to say, why keep your success a secret?
And that's a fact. There's so many wins out there that a nice contented blog article or a press release, and these big guys that you keep talking about, they continue to see you coming through all this media over and over again. And that, you know what happens? You meet somebody, and what do they say, Ruth? Hey, I've heard of you someplace.
I call that the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. It's awesome.
I've heard, for a marketing person, when someone says, someone came up to me and says, they don't know how they know me, but they just know me. To me, that's like,
magic.
It's working. Thank you very much. And that's how it all kind of gets rolling. The brand awareness, the people knowing what you do. People, when you walk into a grocery store, they kind of take a double look. You have no idea why they're doing that, but it's basically because they have seen you somewhere out there. And the distribution networks now to do that are phenomenal with social media. So someone like Ruth, having her on your side, having her working for you, totally focused on taking that brand and you to a different level is so important. It's extremely important. And I just don't think small companies give it enough attention.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that it's just, it's amazing. And there are so many opportunities that are no cost or low cost that I look into for my clients with community engagement.
That's right.
Cross-marketing with other brands. We
That's
talk
right.
about that all the time.
All the time.
And it's just amazing. It's just something you shouldn't overlook.
It's something over, and here's a perfect example where having Ruth on your side really works. Ruth comes to me all the time. Hey, I have a client. Boy, they could really use this event that you're doing. They could really take part in this program that you've got going on. Hey, can I get them on a show that you do? I know you do that with Mark and Spotlight on Vegas Business all the time, bringing those clients on, using the distribution networks that are out there. Most small businesses wouldn't even know where to start with that, but you have Ruth on your side. You can do that. And tell us a little bit about how you do that. Like, Table 34 is a big client of yours. Table 34 is an awesome restaurant in this town. But you know what? I'll be honest. If it wasn't for you, I would have never heard of these cats. So tell us kind of what your mindset is when it comes to all that.
Well, I kind of call that, and this is kind of an old-fashioned term. I call it rent my Rolodex.
Say what?
Rent my Rolodex.
Oh, okay. Rent. Okay, rent your Rolodex. Now, for all you young cats, all you millennials, a Rolodex is... Well, Google it. But anyway, it's kind of what
content management systems. What they call it nowadays.
Yeah, basically it's the wheel with papers on it, and you just put it in alphabetical order. It's kind of like a notebook, but in a round thing.
I like to connect people. So what I do is one of my favorite things in community engagement is I'll connect my client with a nonprofit.
Right. Tell us about that.
Maybe with a restaurant, because anytime you are involved with a nonprofit, and there's so many amazing ones here and nationwide,
and that don't get enough.
That don't get enough publicity, and then they have their own platforms as well to cross promote. So I'll get my client, my small business client, for example, engage with a nonprofit and maybe throw a restaurant in. And we did a tequila tasting this summer that was a lot of fun.
With our buddy.
With our buddy. So, yeah.
George Harris, we love you, man.
We love you.
I'm going to get you on the show now that you got all this time on your hands. I'm going to get George Harris on the show. Can you make that happen?
Sure.
So, see, because George Harris works with ImageWorks.
Couple of tequila brands, and he's amazing. So that was really great because we were able to promote multiple platforms.
That's right.
On multiple platforms. And then all of the social media ties in with that, and the PR, and then anything that a small business does is infinitely more newsworthy if a nonprofit is tied in.
Okay. Stop for a second, Ruth. There's the $1 million. That's the money shot for the day. That your marketing efforts is literally 10 times odds in the gambling world if you associate with a nonprofit. And most small companies wouldn't even know where to start to put that together.
Well, I like to call that strategic philanthropy.
Okay.
And it needs to be a nonprofit that you're passionate about. There are a lot to choose from. And, for example, some of my clients are passionate about veterans charities.
That's right.
Some charities that have to do with pets or children. So there's so many to choose from. And that gets me excited because it gets media a lot more excited when there's a nonprofit tied in, because otherwise sometimes they're just like, buy an ad. It's not as newsworthy to them.
That's right. And that's something, that's kind of the harsh realities in the marketing world.
True.
When you send out these press releases, these blog articles, when someone comes to me and say, hey, I need you to produce an event, it gets more like Ruth here. Like I said, that was worth $1 million right there. When you incorporate a charity, your marketing efforts is literally times 10, because sometimes the charities, like you said, they have a great platform themselves.
They do.
And they market that particular event or that particular campaign. And I think our friend at Fit Body Boot Camp did a great job at that over the summer.
Dave has rocked strategic philanthropy and the other thing I love about what Dave has done is he's done it with more than one nonprofit.
That's right.
So it's amazing. So he's helping the breast cancer charity. He's also helping, I think he did something with Three Square.
That's right.
Really
It was
impressed.
great. Dave from Fit Body Boot Camp, client of ours on the show once a month. But Ruth, hey, less than 1 minute. Lickety split, baby.
Strategic philanthropy.
That's right.
Where it's at.
Okay. How do we get a hold of you?
Well, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, YouTube, the whole shebang, ruthfurman.com.
Okay, ruthfurman.com.
And 702-355-8288. I love texts.
That's right. She's a texter. And, hey, by the way, if you can't find her, just go to DannyVegasLive.com. Just Google Danny Vegas. Believe me, you will find it. She is the public relations firm official for Danny Vegas Live. Hey, the show's over. I'll see you on Christmas Eve. This is Danny Vegas. Ruth, say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. We love you, and we'll see you next week.